Regular viewers and subscribers of my videos and live streams know a few things about me. I have a dry sense of humor. I enjoy sharing what I'm passionate about, and I enjoy helping others engage in those passions. That I've never asked for a like, never asked for a follow. That I love Elite Dangerous, and especially the community that has built up around it. I've met some of the friendliest and most intelligent people I've ever been privileged to know, and I've always felt a sense of honor in holding even a small place in this community. I've also made mistakes, many of them actually. But in the story I'm about to share, I feel like I acted with nothing but the most honorable of intentions, that my goals were to promote, to share, and to educate. With that, here's how I was banned by the Fuel Rats. Each Tuesday, I host a weekly live stream, Tutorial Tuesdays, where I focus on either a specific type of gameplay or community with the goal of educating the larger community about that subject. I've covered boring topics such as trade to exciting ones such as PvP combat. I try to cover as wide a range of topics as possible to demonstrate the huge depth that Elite has to offer once you get past the surface that can be so much grind. On my Tuesday, March 24th Tutorial Tuesday stream, I hosted a group of squad mates to demonstrate wing laser mining. A relatively straightforward and boring subject, we headed out talking about ships, outfitting, engineering, and places to mine. As always, I did so in open as I welcome the additional gameplay that this mode brings, from both friendly and criminal actors alike. After mining for a little less than an hour, I checked EDTB to find the station with the highest selling price. I don't usually run a fuel scoop on my Type 9, as generally I'm within range of the selling station without the need to stop, and I'd rather have the additional collector limits to speed that mining. This night was one of the times when this strategy didn't pay off, as I couldn't reach the station without fueling. As I began to jump, I had what, at the time, I thought was a good idea. I'd call upon my friends and the Fuel Rats to fuel me along the way. Did I need to be rescued? Absolutely not. Did I have enough fuel to reach my destination? Also no. As such, I looked at this as a wonderful opportunity to once again, as I've done several times in the past via featured streams and produced tutorials, to demonstrate how this wonderful group works, what the process is for calling on them, how efficient they are, and how exceedingly friendly the rats who arrive to fuel you are. Shortly after, 2 rats joined me, both surprisingly in small class ships, meaning they wouldn't have enough fuel to get me to my destination. No big deal, I thought, as that wasn't the primary reason I'd called upon them, so I thanked them for their time and headed to the nearest station to fuel. Shortly after, one of the rats that had fueled me stopped by my stream to chat and let me know he was giddy, his words, to have been included. It was a fun interaction and a positive way to once again show new players what this group was all about. Or so I thought. Several hours later, I received the message that is on screen now. Much to my amazement, I'd been banned. My first reaction was stunned anger. What the fuck are they thinking, I thought. As I calmed down, that quickly turned to disappointment. It continues to be hard for me to understand how such action would be taken without any discussion and without taking the situation into context. Had I breached some terms of their service? Apparently yes. It is against their rules to issue what they called a false case, which I completely understand. However, this wasn't at all my intent. It is, however, exceedingly difficult for me to understand that no context would be considered, no warning given, no discussion had. Was my intent malicious? Well, I leave that to you to decide. I can only share with you the thoughts and feelings I had at the time. Do I wish any ill will on the rats who fueled me that night and the others who work, surrendering their free time asking nothing in return? No, absolutely not. These are great men and women who do this for one reason. They enjoy helping other commanders. I've always felt a kindred spirit with them, as that's been my intent for the last 2 years. It's very likely why you're here and why you watch my sometimes exceedingly boring content. However, a group's culture is led from the top, and in this case, I am saddened that the leadership would take such severe and swift action, again with no discussion, no considerations of the context or reasons. Do I really care about being banned for 30 days? Of course not. It's been many years since I made a mistake so basic as to need the rats. Let me make clear that I do not wish any harassment of the rats, especially the wonderful pilots who come to the support of those in need. It is my hope in sharing this story with you that in the future the leadership considers the spirit of the law and not only the letter of the law, that they won't be more concerned with their own rules and regulations than they are with working with someone in the community whose only goal, only objective was to share, to promote, to educate. Was I in the wrong? Yes, apparently I was. Was their reaction appropriate? Well, I'll leave that to you to decide, and I welcome your thoughts in the comments below.